Hamlin. Tonight we take a look at the Pied Pipers.
No!
Things are a little different for Hamlin this year. The Pied Pipers dropped down from Class 2A to Class 1A, and they also have a new coach.
Each day we've got to get better, and we've got to learn.
Greg Altoff is from Roscoe, so he's glad to be back closer to home and in charge at Hamlin. This year's team has to adjust to his system.
Everything's new, and so I've been real pleased with the progression of them. We've got a long ways to go, no doubt. But each day as we walk out here, you can see that things are starting to click, and they're starting to understand what we're trying to do and accomplish, and they're getting better each workout.
Good. That's it. Everything's going great. We've made a lot of progress in the past several workouts, and I think we're going to do really, really well to start the season off.
Come off the football.
The Pied Pipers might have a new coach and a new classification, but they expect to keep their old winning ways. And the high school road trip goes south tomorrow, where we check up on Ballinger. The Bearcats 9-0 last year before losing their last two games. We'll show you what kind of team Ballinger will be this year tomorrow night.
New field house here in Burkeville. Actually, it's the first field house they've ever had. Welcome back to this show. We've made the trip about 20 miles or so to the east of Jasper to Mustang territory here in Burkeville, home of your 2001 1A state football champions. A great place to talk about the upcoming 1A football season. We've shown you 5A and 3A. Let's get to 1A. We get 1A rolling with the Braves from Ira Ann. Randy Daigie's squad plays in perhaps the toughest 1A district in the state. If the Braves can get by the likes of McCamey, Wink, and Rankin, they should be battle-tested for a long playoff excursion. Stratford will be looking to start a new winning run after seeing their 30-game streak get snapped in the semifinals. Like the Elks, who turned 1A upside down upon their arrival from 2A, look for Sunray to flourish in a similar situation. The Bobcats went to the second round last year in 2A and return 11 starters. Petersburg, Nazareth, McCamey, Sundown, and Wheeler could all have something to say about this, though. Petrolia enters the season as Texas Football Magazine's #1 ranked team. While the Pirates opened some eyes with their quarterfinal run, the Petrolia line opened some holes for two-time All-State running back Ross Harrison. Roscoe has rolled through the last two regular seasons undefeated. Wes Williams' group would now like to add an undefeated postseason run to the Plowboy resume. Greg Altoff comes over to lead the Pied Pipers of Hamlin after a successful run in Alpine. Despite a lack of experience, Hamlin was a solid 2A program and should be in the 1A mix as well. Some other outstanding teams in Region 2 are Windthorst, Cristobal, Menard, Baird, and Albany. The 1A silver medalists headline Region 3. Celeste shocked the 1A world last year by knocking off Stratford in the semifinals. And with 12 starters returning, Steve Sumrow's Blue Devils should be capable of more. Mike Bickham's first year as the Tenaha head coach paid immediate dividends. The Tigers went to the semis after going 1-9 and 2-8 the previous two seasons.
Our retention level with our kids right now is one of the things I'm most proud of them for. We're not doing a lot of reteaching right now, and I like that. The hard part for us as a coaching staff is not putting in too much offense or too many different defensive fronts right now, because our kids are getting it so quick.
Chilton lost to Tenaha in the quarterfinals, but should battle back nicely in Region 3 thanks to 14 returning starters, including All-State running back Chris James. Also keep a lookout for Ralph Limas' Karnak Indians, Mount Enterprise, Hubbard, Bosqueville, and Bremont. With 9 starters back on offense and 10 on defense, West Sabine is one of the most experienced teams in the state in any class. The entire O-line is back from last year's quarterfinalist squad as well. The team that knocked West Sabine out of the playoffs is Burkeville. Though they don't have as many returnees as their district rivals, the defending 1A champs aren't in any mood to relinquish their title. Thorndale left the 1A ranks after the '95 season as two-time defending state champions. While it's been a while, the Bulldogs don't plan to waste time getting back to their 1A glory. Shiner, D'Hanis, Fall City, Pettis, and Flatonia are also Region 4 contenders. So that's a look at Class 1A. Should be an exciting year. Of course, here in Burkeville, they not only won last year in 2001 over Celeste, 2 years ago they reached the state finals only to get beat by Stratford. It's been an amazing run for the Mustangs, and Roy Harper and the gang aren't just ready to let it end yet.
Came back last year and we wanted it. We wanted it so bad we came to that state game. And it felt so good knowing he was the best in 1A. And this year, our goal is the same as last year. We're going back with hunger, ready for more.
Ready for more? Burkeville isn't even favored to win their own district. That honor goes to Pineland West Sabine, a team the Mustangs crushed twice last year. In fact, Burkeville may get overlooked for the top spot for a while. The Mustangs opened the year against Hemphill, Hull-de-Zeta, Garrison, and San Augustine, some of the strongest 2A teams in East Texas.
That's going to help us get ready. And they're going to be looking at the record and they think we just down, but really we strong. We're getting strong by playing those teams.
The formula obviously works. The Mustangs won't change the way they attack their opponents either. Smash mouth running with breakaway speed. Returnee Jonathan Lewis provided 1,550 yards and 23 touchdowns last year. And defensively, Burkeville is stout as well. 6 starters are back from a Mustangs unit that allowed a mere 6 points throughout the entire district season last year.
We got the team to do it. We're much stronger.
Well, we'll see what Burkeville has in store for this season. Certainly a repeat could be in order, but they definitely have a lot of challengers out there too. Well, we've shown you 5A and 3A and 1A. Next week we'll have 4A, 2A, and 6-man. But coming up, we're going to take a look at the upcoming cross-country season.
We've all known he's good for a while. Maybe the rest tour today with a stop in Hamlin. And there is quite a buzz in Hamlin about this year's football team. The Pied Pipers may be one of the area schools with the best chance at a state run this season. Why? Well, besides pretty much always being good, they're coming off a great year. Last year they were area finalists in Class 2A, but looming large for Hamlin, realignment. It has dropped them to Class 1A. Even Dave Campbell's football magazine has given them a mention, putting them at number 10 in the preseason poll.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, we've got a good group of kids, and they've had a tremendous amount of success here in Hamlin. That's one of the things that is a big positive for us going into this new season. So, you know, these kids expect to win, and they know how to win, and you know, that's something that you know, they talked about all summer and even into this young season right now.
We have a bunch of inexperience, but with the help of the coaches and the captains, I think we'll do pretty good.
Hamlin will have a little extra time to get ready. Their first game of the season will be September the 6th. They'll play in week 1, not in week 0, as most teams do. And that game will be on the road when they take on Class 2A Seymour. And bad news today for the high school football country tour today with a stop in Hamlin. And there's quite a buzz in Hamlin about this year's football team. The Pied Pipers may be one of the area schools with the best chance at a state run. Why? Well, besides being pretty much always good, they're coming off a great year. Last year they were area finalists in Class 2A, but looming large for Hamlin, realignment. It has dropped them to Class 1A. Even Dave Campbell's football magazine has given them some mentions, putting them at number 10 in the preseason poll.
I mean, you know, we've got a good group of kids, and they've had a tremendous amount of success here in Hamlin. That's one of the things that is a big positive for us going into this new season. So, you know, these kids expect to win, and they know how to win, and you know, that's something that you know, they talked about all summer and even into this young season right now.
We have a bunch of inexperience, but with the help of the coaches and the captains, I think we'll do pretty good.
Hamlin will have a little extra time to get ready. Their first game of the season will be September the 6th on the road at Class 2A Seymour. Bad news.
Voted the big country's favorite, KTAB Sports Director David Bacon.
It's a season of adjustments for the Hamlin Pied Pipers in high school football. Pipers have a new head coach. Former Roscoe Plowboy Greg Altoff has taken over, moving from Alpine to Hamlin. Another adjustment is not only a new district, but a new classification. Hamlin was moved from Class 2A to Class 1A. So this season, the Pied Pipers have all new district opponents, including Knox City, Monday, and Rotan. And as if that's not enough, Pied Pipers are also looking for replacements for 15 lettermen lost from last year's 9-3 area finalist team. David Robinette will have more on the Pied Pipers tonight on KTAB News at 10. Sweetwater.
Basketball concern, and we're going to show you. We'll get back. Stick around.
Now, KTAB Sports with David Robinette.
Change. It's not most people's favorite thing, but things in Hamlin are changing left and right. Here's a preview of the Pipers.
The most obvious change in Hamlin is the head coach.
One more time for me.
Greg Altoff replaces former head coach Sam Scott, and he inherits a team in Hamlin that went to the Class 2A playoffs the last 3 seasons.
Sure, I am. I'm excited about this football team and where we're going, and I think each week you're going to see us get better each week. These kids, they got great work ethic and they're working hard right now, and we got a lot of kids that have some athletic ability on the field.
We're very pleased. We made a lot of improvements, and the learning process is going a little slow, but with the new system, I think everybody's gonna get the hang of it, and once we get it, it'll be a good thing for us. We're gonna be hard to stop.
Coach Altoff also inherits a team that's dropped down from Class 2A to Class A. Most teams assume they'll do better when they drop to a lower classification, but the Pipers are telling a different story.
I don't really think it matters. I think it's just a number and a letter. Everybody will be gunning for us, but at the same time we'll be gunning for them too.
There's good football teams in Class A just like there were in 2A. So, to have a arrogance about them, I don't think they have that at all.
Oakland Raiders owner Al Davis says, just win, baby. And that's what is said in Hamlin. The tradition is strong, and the Pied Pipers intend to stay true to that tradition.
These kids know how to win. They're expected to win. And when you put those two ingredients together, along with the tradition that they've had, that's a good combination.
First day, I was a little worried, but now I believe that we'll make it deep into the playoffs.
The Pipers open the season on the road against Seymour on August 30th, and you can see how they did in that game by watching KTAB Football Extreme. Highlights and scores from all around the area beginning August 30th at 10:20 right here on KTAB.